Now, a couple months ago, I told you I will probably never do a tier list kind of video ever again, just because usually when you do tier list videos, you put up your opinion on the internet. Keyword, opinion. And for some reason, there's people that just can't understand and fathom the fact that an opinion exists. You know, if I have an opinion and your opinion is different, it tends to make people mad sometimes. But today, we're not going to give a shit about that because, well, like I said, end of the day, all that matters is this is my opinions on my own thoughts, and I kind of want to talk to you guys as a community about this. We're entering into the PlayStation 5 era. The PS5 is here, and I'm hoping that the anime games we get over the course of the next like 5 years are fantastic and take us to the next level. But that doesn't mean we should ignore the games that we come from, the games that were released in the last generation, and that's exactly what we're discussing today, the PS5 and Xbox One tier list for anime games. Now, obviously, there's a lot more games that came out, but we can't actually put them all on the list because, one, I made this list myself, and two, if we sit here and try to compile all the lists of anime games, it's going to get to the point where you question yourself, what counts as an anime game? Are we going to include a game like Persona? Are we going to include a game like BlazBlue? And the answer is yes, but for the specific purposes of this video not being crazy long, we're only going to focus on actual like anime titles like Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto, stuff like that, just because I don't want the video to be too crazy long. With that said, if you want to try your own version of this tier list, I will link in the description below. Whenever you make that list, feel free to tweet it at me at Rhymestyle on Twitter, and let me know your thoughts. But if it's too complicated to do that, I guess in the comments of this video, just give me your personal tier list or where you put these games. So without further ado, let's make some people angry as we share our opinions on the internet. So first things first, I need to make a quick change here. There, much better. Because there's going to be some games on this list that I haven't played, and I'd rather not give you my opinion on a game that I don't know nothing about. All right, first things first, we got Sword Art Online. It's going to go right into the never played section. I know it had like one of those culty followings where people loved it, but I feel like I haven't heard much about Sword Art Online. Either like you absolutely loved it or no, you didn't really talk about it. And I feel like this could be one of those games that I personally could have enjoyed. But the thing is I never really been into Sword Art Online, and therefore I have no opinion on it. So we're just gonna go into the next one on the list. So we got this is Pirate Warriors. Look, I know what you're gonna say. Pirate Warriors, really, they made these games for the past like 30 years, just a Musou game. I like Musou games. I can sit there and mindlessly beat up hundreds of enemies at once, regardless of what game it is, whether it be Hyrule Warriors, Dynasty Warriors, the OG, the Gundam, what was the Gundam game called? I forgot, in the PlayStation 3. They were always fun to me. But the thing is, that's where it stops. Musou games, and same thing with this one as well, are always going to be limited to just what they are, and that is, it's just you play them for about a couple weeks, and then you're done with them. So yeah, but I'm not gonna put it in a D list because I do enjoy them. The problem with Musou games is they never really do anything different, and while I haven't really fully dove into Pirate Warriors 4, I did play 3 a lot. So that is 3, right? Well, one of these is 3. So we'll leave it at that. All right, next one we got Storm 4. I'm sorry, Storm 4 is S tier. I don't care what it says. I'll fight you for it. The Storm series was godlike, and now the Storm series is gone, and we're left with Shinobi Striker. Just, you know, all we have left from the Storm genre, or the Naruto genre, is the memories of what Storm was. Storm was a fantastic game, all of them. Even though once later, in the later years of like Revolution, which introduced certain mechanics that we weren't all the biggest fans of, the Storm series was fun. And you can't deny me that when you sit down and play Storm with friends especially, you're not having a bad time. Or you're not having a good time. That one. You're definitely having a good time, not a bad time. Unless, of course, you play that one friend that never stopped playing, and then they're just beating you up, and then you might be having a bad time. But the Storm series was too good. Visually, it was fantastic. The story was great. CC2 was unbeatable when it came down to it. And I would love for them to revive the Storm series. Please! For love of God, Bandai Namco, you gotta bring something back in regards to Naruto and the Storm series, because Shinobi Striker, well, I know a lot of you guys do enjoy it, is really not it. At least in my opinion. And again, keyword opinion. The next one, I'm sorry, this is going right into D. I know I'm gonna get that one person that liked the My Hero Academia game and just get angry at me. I'm sorry, it wasn't that great for me, you know? I feel like my problem with games like this is you got, was it Chunsoft? Chunsoft makes the same game every single year, and that's the problem. They've always made the exact same game. Like, look, if you make the exact same Musou game, at some point, and by the way, I'm not gonna rank these as far as where they stand in the actual tiers. I'm just gonna kind of toss them in with the ranks, and yeah, I'm gonna toss it out there. But the thing is you can make a Musou game all the time and know what to expect, but like, if your game in general isn't that great, if you keep making a reskin of it, it's gonna get to the point where people get tired of it. So yeah, this is definitely in the D list. Speaking of Chunsoft, we got Jump Force. Jump Force is going straight to S rank, baby. I'm lying to y'all. Look, I'm not gonna deny. Is it a B or C? Actually, I don't know. Look, here's the problem with Jump Force. I feel like if Jump Force was actually playable in the early days, even months after launch, I would have been playing a lot more. The problem is this game was missing basic functionalities like a rematch button. It's so annoying to like get in a match with your friends. You know what? Where's J-Stars? J-Stars, there you go. J-Stars, you're going to be. I'm sorry. J-Stars was a fun game. It was a fantastic game. It was very, very simple. There really wasn't much to it, but it was a pretty fun game, and it was pretty easy to actually play with your friends. Jump Force, I feel like went backwards. They even took away characters that were in J-Stars and sold them to you later. I'm putting Jump Force on C, but I feel like Jump Force could have been an easy B if they had their shit together at launch, and they just didn't do that. Now, I will say this. I did re-download the game recently. I did play with Meadowum, and I did get Hiei, which I feel like should have been in the game in the start, even maybe like the season pass for season 1. And I did play with a couple friends, and I had a pretty fun time, but that's where it stops. The problem is we can't look at the game and be like, wow, this game is fun, only with friends. Because when you go into the online environment, like let's say random casuals or random ranked, and you're having a bad time, is it really a good game? That's where the question comes down to it. And the answer to Jump Force to me, no, it's not. I'm gonna put it in C. Kakarot! Kakarot, the controversial game that is Kakarot. I'm putting it in an A. And I feel like this is gonna be the one where a lot of people are going to want to fight me for it, and a lot of people will agree with me. I feel like it's gonna be a split. I enjoy it with Kakarot for what it is. I feel like the problem with Kakarot is a lot of people bought this game expecting to get this, and you didn't get this. You did not get this. It was bro, since day one, Kakarot was meant to be a boneless, keyword boneless RPG, JRPG actually, that features the Dragon Ball story. Obviously, they missed out a bunch of key elements, you know, like the Final Flash scene. There's certain scenes that they could have done a lot better. You could tell that they had to pick which part of the story to like really flesh out and give us like the fantastic animations, like when Raccoon popped out. In my opinion, it's not one of my favorite scenes, but the Raccoon scene when Goku first popped up on Namek was iconic because that's the first time that Goku like really revealed how much stronger he had gotten from the point when he left Earth and showed up to Namek. That part was iconic. But should we use that scene over something like Final Flash? Probably not. But still, you can't take that out. Like, end of the day, it is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, not Dragon Ball Z Vegeta, and that's probably why they focused on something like that. But I feel like, honestly, looking at the game, they probably like fleshed out a lot of Namek Saga stuff, and then they realized, yo, we're running out of time, and that's where it kind of started going down. I feel like the Kid Buu Saga was great. The Frieza Saga was fantastic. The Saiyan Saga was great. And then the middle part, the Cell Saga was just like, I guess they were just crunched for time. I saw someone tweet, actually it was Cal's Kingdom who tweeted. He was like, if this game had an extra 2 years of development, it would be godlike. Well, maybe not godlike, but it would be top tier. It would be really high tier. But like I said, I enjoyed it. I put 150 hours in this game, and I played the DLC, and I had fun for what it was. So because of that, it's going to be A rank for me. I don't care. It's just A rank for me. Xenoverse! Going right into the A. We went from Battle of Z to Xenoverse. Xenoverse was a terrible game, but when you go from Battle of Z to Xenoverse, it gives you everything that we didn't have in the last games. You were able to create your characters for the first time. You were able to play with your friends similar to what we had in Battle of Z. Xenoverse is a great game, but it's flawed. The netcode, keyword netcode, is what ruined the Xenoverse series. And when I say it ruined, I don't mean it like made it like completely unenjoyable. I mean, it did make it unenjoyable, but like the thing is like when you play Xenoverse, in an offline scenario or with your friends, especially if you live close to those friends, it was a pretty fun game. And you can even go into casuals and ranked and online and still have a pretty good time. It's just not until you come across the people who literally have, either they don't have an Ethernet cord or they have no internet at all and it's somehow still connected, then you're having a bad time. But for what Xenoverse established, it gave us this right here, which I'm 100% putting in S tier, baby. Xenoverse 2 is definitely S tier. Again, same issues that Xenoverse 1 had, but it goes up there. Like, bro, you can't tell me that you didn't have fun with Xenoverse when it first came out. And even now, there's still people who play it. If we ever get a Xenoverse 3, if they ever solve the issue of desyncs and the online and the netcode, Xenoverse 3 could be the greatest Dragon Ball game of all time. I stand by that. I 100% stand by that. The problem is fixing that issue is a lot easier said than done, and will they actually do that? Who knows? But nah, I'm fighting people for this one. Xenoverse is S tier. As busted and as knowing that game was to play, it gets up there as S tier because it did so much for the Dragon Ball community in regards of what it gave us, the freedom to play as our own characters, the different modes. They even kept giving us DLC for like years down the line. This game deserves the numbers that it got. Killa Kill. See, my problem with Killa Kill is I played it, but I didn't play it enough. And I don't want to put it down here because I definitely played it enough to know that it's a pretty fun game. You know what? I'm going to put it in B tier. Only because I feel like if the combat mechanics or the mechanics in general for Killa Kill were, let's say, released for a game like Jump Force or even something like Naruto or Bleach, Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter, I would play this game a whole lot more, and I would probably have it up here or even up there depending on how much time I put into it. But I just didn't play it enough to know where it stands. Like, I like the Killa Kill series. I thought it was dope. But as a game, it didn't really draw me in fully like a game did in the Dragon Ball series or the Naruto series. So for that, we're going to stick it into B. But if you did play Killa Kill, I want to know what do you feel about this? Because like the thing is, I feel like not that many people talk about this game as much as they should or could talk about it. I feel like this is a sleeper. By the time Killa Kill came out, we're all focused on the games like Fighters and everything else was coming out, and we kind of ignored it. On top of that, I feel like Killa Kill was just nowhere nearly as popular as the Dragon Ball series. Therefore, we probably missed out on it and stuff. I didn't even gotta ask you. Come on. We got an actual Dragon Ball fighting game. A fighting game with a Dragon Ball skin on, I should say. Nah, Fighters is one of my favorite games, if not my favorite Dragon Ball games of all time. Right next to Xenoverse. You know what's great about Fighters? It works. The netcode obviously isn't the best, but compared to like the past games that we've gotten, this game's netcode is godlike compared to everything else on this list. I'm sorry, I just spit the truth. Fighters, I have poured probably like 2,000 hours into, and I'm still playing this to this day. I feel like I'm gonna play this game until I'm in my deathbed. I'm dead serious. I don't even have to talk about this. Attack on Titan? Okay. I'm gonna put Attack on Titan, both of these actually, on the A list. Only because when this game came out, this is basically another Musou game, but with giants, with the Titans. The Attack on Titan series, I had a lot of fun. But again, it's a game that I knew what I was getting when I got it, and I didn't expect much of it. So I'm not buying this game expecting like a AAA title or any of this stuff. I just wanted to fly around in my 3D gear and cut down some Titans, and that's exactly what this game gave me. I had a lot of fun in these. And then on top of that, Attack on Titan 2 had co-op? Yeah, no. easy. Berserk! I'm gonna put this right into C. The thing about Berserk is I played it very minimally, but Berserk was also basically another Musou game. And while I don't know much about the Berserk series, the only reason why I played it is just because, again, I like Musou games. Like I said, you can give me any kind of Musou game, I'm gonna play it. That's what attracted me to it. And I played, I'd say maybe a couple hours of it. I enjoyed how it looked and stuff like that, but again, it's a Musou game. It's not that special. Storm Trilogy, S tier, I'm sorry. Again, technically this is a remake. This is similar to what we got with J-Stars, but ironically, I didn't play the Storm Trilogy that much on my PlayStation. The only reason I'm putting this up here in the first place is because I know what the Storm series did for me as a kid. And again, same thing what I said about Storm 4. This deserves a spot up here. Storm series was great. I don't care what anyone says. Storm series to me was fire. End the discussion. Okay, you're gonna go ahead and go down here. Okay, part of me wants to put Shinobi Striker on the C list because again, when you sit down and you play with your friends, it's a lot of fun. I actually had a lot of fun doing the shooting exams with Bandai when the game first came out. It had a bunch of content creators out there. I met a lot of cool people there, and we teamed up and fought. That was a lot of fun. But again, go what I said earlier. If a game is only fun when you play with friends, the question is it a fun game? To me, I mean, it is. But if your friends are not around, do you still play it? No. In my case, I'll put it into D. The thing is I feel like if you take the Shinobi Striker series, Shinobi Striker is the Xenoverse right now of the Naruto series. If they take this game and really like flesh it out, they could do a Xenoverse 2 out of it. And we could probably see this up here in A and even S with the next game. But for now, like I say, it just didn't capture for me. The other problem is we went from the Storm series. When you go from the Storm series to this, you're just like, are you dead ass, Ed Bowie? So yeah, you get a nice little D over here because of that. But there's a lot of potential. I don't care. There's a lot of potential in this to be up in these ranks. But for now, you're gonna hang out right next to My Hero Academia. World Seeker. So World Seeker is interesting because World Seeker was the very first One Piece. Actually, it was one of the first adventure anime games that we got on the PS4, and there was a lot of potential for this. But the problem is while it was beautiful to walk around in the world of One Piece, the game was so clunky. I feel like this game had to fail for Kakarot to get it right, and Kakarot didn't even get it right. I feel like the movement in Kakarot and being in the overworld was a lot more smooth than it was a World Seeker. But because of that, you know, like I said, Kakarot could have been a way better game, but it's just, for me, it's A right now. But this game was just, when it came down to actually playing and taking on all the different enemies and stuff, it was not fun. It was not fun. And finally, Burning Blood. Burning Blood, I guess you hang out over here. The thing about Burning Blood is, again, you got another Chunsoft game where it's the same as Jump Force. It's the same as J-Stars, but honestly, I'd rather play J-Stars than this, just because I'm more connected to the character that exists in this world. You know, while I am not the biggest One Piece fan, I did watch 700 episodes of the anime. I read like 800 chapters of it. I just kind of stopped after Dressrosa ended, so I'm not just like attacking One Piece to attack One Piece. I've consumed One Piece. I'm basically a One Piece fan. If I read 700 chapters and watched, or 800 chapters, and I watched 700 episodes, I'm considered a One Piece fan. And with that said, Burning Blood, because Chunsoft, you get to be in a C list. You could be up here. You know, I played enough of it, but again, the problem is Chunsoft makes the same game every single year. That's why My Hero Academia, which is one of the more recent games, is down here. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. But yeah, I think this is a decent list. Again, I want to toss out the disclaimer. Obviously, not everything is going to be in this list. There's some stuff missing. There's still stuff like Black Clover, which I heard was a really, really good game. I never actually played the Black Clover game, but I heard a lot of good things about it. And I just remember that that was actually another game I could toss on the list. But everything I missed, let me know in the comment section below what I missed, number 1 and 2, where you will rank those games. But overall, if you want to do your own list of this, then I will link the tier list that I made in the description of this video, and let's see where it stands. But hey, tier videos are interesting. Like I said, they tend to make a lot of people angry because people don't want to. They don't like it when you say you don't necessarily like something as much as they do. And when that happens, that's when people, you know, bring out the pitchforks and torches and they're just angry at you. Look, who cares what I say? I'm a scrub in most of these games anyway, so who cares what I say? I'm just giving you my thoughts because we're moving to PS5 as the next generation, and I wanted to kind of end the last generation with some of the games and how well they did according to my opinion. So with that said, let me know your thoughts down below. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, thumbs up, you know, or thumbs down, whatever. Let me know what you guys think about this list, and I guess if you enjoy this stuff, we'll do it again at some point in the future. But for now, I'm gonna end the video right here.